yeah, package to use. Then after completing the installation, we need to assign a variable to a certain values. How to assign? In this case, I would like to assign for A some values, and for example, the values in this case is under C here is to concatenate to hold this as a set. We use C. Actually, it's to say concatenate the numbers or the values that we are using here. So in this case, I run this one, and here in top right, I can see A. And if I would like to see what is in A, I would like to print A. Then in A, like the values from 1 to 5 are stored. Are these values are numbers? Yes, I know it's numbers. Are these values are factors? If I say as factors, if I would like to change this as a factors, I can say like as a factor A, then it changes A from numerical to factor, like level from 1 to the expected value. Then if I would like to remove A from my environment, I need to run rm command. Rm removes A from my environment here. And the other thing is I would like to assign like number of months in the year to B, simply months A, B, months in the order from A to, from January to December in this case. Then I assign the values. And if I would like to see is here as expected from January to December, it appears is this character? Yeah, it's character. It's something like nomination for the month. It's not a numerical in this case. Is it numerical? No, it's not numerical. Is it vector? Yeah, it's true vector because it's contained in one variable in one row in this case. So this is how we're going to assign the value for variable and to see what is characteristics of that variable in this case. So here, the next thing, the commenting that we work particularly in our research is a data frame. Then I would like to create a sort of data frame that contain 3 columns and 10 rows in this case. Then I created like the variables X, Y, and Z. And I created this here is dot. In this case, I can say also if I want data normally, then if there are a common name, always data, I prefer to use dot in here. Then here is my dot. Then I click on the blue arrow here and drop box. Then I can see the variables in my my data frame A, Y, and X, Y, and Z. Sorry. Then if I would like to see number of rows, so 10 rows are there, and number of columns, 3 columns, because these are columns. If I prefer to maybe like select or index some of these or select some of these columns, if I want like to select only 1 1/3 rows, X and Z in my case, from this data, I take all, rows and only 2 columns in this case. If I leave this place empty, that the first place is for rows and the second place is for column. Then for column, while we are selecting like many columns, we should use C, that is like concatenate, bringing together things. And then I run this command, then I will see like X and Z is selected in my data. Then if I, for example, would to save this data, I mean data 2 here, for further, I can see like data 2 is stored here, and data 2 has like X and Z variables in, and this is how we can select simply using this. The other thing that we proceed is within R, actually, like there are built-in data frames. Of course, there are many, of which empty cars is one, and the popular one. And I would like to call this data empty cars data. So empty cars I can see here. So what is dimension of this data? And if I click dimension of this data, I can get 32 rows and 11 columns. And is this data vector? No, it's not vector, because there are many rows, I mean many columns and many rows in a data. It's data frame. Is it data frame? Of course, it's true, it's data frame. And if I would like to see like first 6 observations here, I mean first 6 rows here, I can see like first 6 rows, this is name of cars, and these are the variables recorded. If I would like to see the last part of this data, I can write tail of the name of the data, and then I can see this. So then if I would like to see some, for example, some of these variables are factors, for example, like having either having a V shape or a straight shape in the configuration of the system is only like assigned 1 and 0, either have or not have that one. A number of, I mean, either automatic or manual is already assigned. So these variables, number of cylinder is also like its factor somehow level up to certain number, and the gear also is somehow like factor, and we have to change these variables to the factor for further manipulation. Then we can see like, for example, if we would like to see summary of some variables or all data, we write as like summary of the name of data or name of data, and then $sign, the variable that we are interested to see. So in this case, like the million, I mean, per gallon, actually the mile per gallon, that the efficiency of a car using the fuel per speed that the car is going actually. So then to see like the plot some actually characteristics of this car, I mean cars, we have to install, I mean call the package ggplot2. Then in ggplot2 there is like first we call ggplot, then a name of data that we are, and then aesthetic. In aesthetic, actually the number of variable plotted in as y and as x-axis, and then what we would like to draw in what shape actually. Then we run this command, then we see our plot on here on I mean right bottom portion, and we can click here in zoom, and we can see how the variable looks like in terms of this distribution of the plots. Or we can see actually here in bar, okay, like this, not only like the other one. Okay, this is only have x or y aesthetic. Okay, here because we have x and y, we cannot do that actually here. So that is how we can see some characteristics of this, and that is, I think, the basics that we could see for today, and next week we will continue from this point. And I think, I hope you enjoy the part of this discussion, and you can write your comment, or you can try by yourself, and then we will meet and next time. See you next time.